especially the second quarter. You must be pretty happy altogether.
Yeah, look, and any time you get a win like that on your home floor, it's good. There'll be some good stuff to work on out of that. They've done a good job of starting games really quickly, Southeast that is, and we allowed them to do that. But the way we clawed back and had that 12-point quarter defensively, that really set the tone for the rest of the game, I felt. But then also just a little disappointing with at the end of the game. We had a 20-point lead, and for it to get cut down how it was, that they're the little things that we just needed to keep chipping away at and getting better at.
How important was that second quarter? The games that you've lost at home, teams have started well and kept going well. I think they've led at every change in the two games you've lost at home. So how important was that second quarter?
Yeah, we did a good job of not probably letting the game or the way they were playing dictate. We imposed our will to turn the dynamic of the game around, and you can see when we're locked in, we can be an impressive defensive team.
Talk about Bryce a minute. While he was away, there were guys that came in their bit. That continued tonight, right? So Dylan at the end of the first, dropping points, you're only 6 or 8 points down.
Yep.
Much worse than that. I think Henshaw had a couple of important touches on balls. They were still important role players tonight.
Oh, look, everyone has to be a star in their role and the way they play the game. With BC out, I think what it allowed is guys to get consistent minutes, and that's where your confidence comes. So I think that's what you saw during that period, and then you throw him back in the mix. You saw those guys keep pursuing the game that they've been playing in the last couple of weeks with his absence.
You know what were you expecting from Bryce? Did you know what you were going to get? It's been off for a month.
Anytime Bryce is on the floor, I think both of us would be expecting that type of performance. And anytime you play, you want to play at your best, and that's why you play. And we've talked about this before. Like, you're a professional and you play at a high level for a reason. And although he got injured, he was doing things to give himself the best chance to hit the court in the fashion that he did tonight. And that's one of the things people don't get to see, is how meticulous you need to be to give yourself the opportunity to bounce back or get back in the game and produce like he did tonight.
How did it feel, Bryce?
Yeah, it felt good to just be back out there. It's been a month, you say. It's felt like an eternity, but seeing how well the guys have played these past few weeks that I've been out, it was great. Knowing that we still have that fight in us, and I was just excited to be back out there and wanting to help them just continue the good momentum they've done without me.
Were you hesitant in the first quarter at all? How's it feeling?
No, me and JR, we had a talk, and I told him, based off of when I started to have some practices, I was going to see how I felt, and if I felt like I was good enough to play, he had to throw me in the fire. Like, no minutes restrictions. Like, if I'm ready, I'm ready. And we have that trust with each other, and he let me rock out. And, if I was going to be out there, there's no hesitating.
That second quarter, that must have felt good. I think you dropped 16 points. A couple of 10 fouls helped along the way, but that must have felt good.
Like I said, it just felt so good to be out there on the floor. For me, I live, sleep, breathe basketball, and being out those 4 weeks, all I have is just my thoughts, especially those first couple weeks where I'm just basically bedridden. So just my gratitude is at an all-time high being out there on the floor. Playing well is a bonus, but super happy to just be back out there.
You've noticed a change, a growth in some of the players. It has been a month. It seems like it's been a month. You've noticed a growth and a confidence in some of the players who have stepped up and you've been on the court?
Yeah, I think that just comes with having more game time, more game repetition. You get more comfortable out there, and then when you have a little success, you realize, it's not just affirmations you tell yourself, you can actually do it. And then you have games to reference how well you've played. So they've been stacking those days, and that's just going to continue to happen. That happens with playing more games.
How's it feel? Are you expecting you to be fine for Brisbane? You feel good?
I'm out here.
Just talk John, that second quarter, Josh made a point of the 12-1 foul count in the second quarter, just as a fact. From 12-1, when you're on the right side of that, what do you make of a stat like that?
We're an aggressive attacking offensive team. So that's all I've got to say about that.
If you were, probably should go hypothetical, if you're on the other side of that, would you be concerned?
Yeah, like you watch the film, you decide from there. Yeah.
John, Dylan Windler shot 100% from the field in the first half.
Uh-huh.
He had that kind of period in the first quarter where he had 9 points in a row for you guys.
Yep.
He also had a block and 2 steals. How important is he, especially at that point of the game when you guys were facing a bit of a deficit?
Yeah, look, Dylan, you can see when he comes with that shot-making ability, it kind of overrides all those other things that you kind of just sprinkled in there. High IQ basketball player, elite shot maker, so when you're fortunate enough to have a guy like that on the floor, he can string some points together, but at the other end of the floor, like, he does a great job defensively. His versatility, like with him and Doolittle, the versatility they give us defensively, they can stay with smaller guys, bigger guys, and then his activity on the glass as well. So in saying that, like, I don't know any coach that doesn't like being around good players, so I'm happy he's on our team. Yep. Yeah, his application the last couple of weeks, just not in games, but the diligence he's putting in at practice. But also Aaron Young, one of the assistants, has been spending a lot of time, individually, both on the court and with film. And he's also getting comfortable with the league now. We've nearly played every team in the league now, so comfort comes with that. And as Bryce talked about, is when you get to stack that stuff on top of each other, just a natural confidence and the ability of your teammates to embrace what you bring to the team. And I think that's, as we get more experience with each other, we can grow in that area as well.
Bryce, you mentioned obviously it's been pretty tough on you the last few weeks not being out there. What are you doing in terms of talking to teammates the last couple of weeks as we're nearing a return, offering them advice?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a talkative guy by nature, but anytime they had questions or things like that, I gave them whatever advice I felt they needed. But it was good to be able to see the game from a different perspective, and also just kind of watching what's going through other players' minds. When you're playing with them, you're not focusing on other people too much, but I think I was able to get into the younger guys' heads and see what they're thinking, because I've been there before. So when they did have some questions, I think I was pretty useful for them.
Does it make you want to go into coaching?
No.
John, it hasn't just been Bryce that you've had problems with the last month. You had some other player issues with injury, and it must be nice to have a good squad available.
Absolutely. When you put your roster together, that's where your mind goes. We've done a great job of navigating through the injuries and so forth. But that's sport. Every team's going through that. And it's how you navigate through those times. And when Bryce was out, we did a great job. There's been moments when KP and Windler and Ty haven't played. And as you saw tonight, when we start talking about Almanza, Pepper, Henschel, like, they're the ones that have grown and got that extra court time. So there's always good that comes out of a situation when you're dealing with an injury in sport.
And yet another quick turnaround.
Yeah.
It's not working well for anyone, but what are we learning? What are we doing different? Is there anything you do different?
Hopefully score a few more points in Brisbane. But no, our approach has to be the same. I think it's our dedication once we get to the game and we throw up the ball, like our mindset to start the game. We need to have a nice edge to ourselves, so we're not playing catch up, because in the last couple road games, you know, we've been playing catch up, and that's hard to do.
Great coming a good time after the back-to-backs.
Yeah, like, and especially, you know, with the guys dealing with some of those injuries, so we'll get some good practice time, but let's focus on Brisbane before we take a break. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, thank you.